Okay, so it's the day after Thanksgiving, and I'm sure that you guys are probably all out Black Friday shopping. But I'm not. I don't do it. I just can't. I can't. I just can't. Why put myself into a more stressful environment if I don't have to? It's crazy out there, people. It's crazy. I'm telling you, crazy. Anyway, listen, I was thinking about Thanksgiving, and I was thinking about the scripture and everything, give thanks. I've been thinking about it a lot lately because we always are very thankful at Thanksgiving time, and that's good. You want to be thankful at Thanksgiving time, but it's like we've got so many other seasons in life that we go through. Some of those seasons aren't so pretty, and I myself have been through some seasons that have been really rough. But I found that when I give thanks in the middle of a storm, or when I give thanks in the middle of turmoil or a trial or accusation, that God always honors my thanksgiving. And when I honor Him, He honors me. I learned that a long time ago. When you honor God, someone told me, a great man of God told me, when you honor God, He'll honor you. And I believe that He's been faithful to honor me, and He's been faithful in every season of my life. He's been faithful. Several years ago, about a decade ago, I was pregnant with my firstborn, Alexander, and that I could think about. I was thinking about how, a year before that or 2 years before that, I had struggled with miscarriage after miscarriage. And I thought, gosh, man, it just feels like I'm never going to break through this season in my life. I'm never going to break through it. And I had the miscarriages, and I've gone through my stuff, and I just felt like, man, this is just not cool. And then in January, I gave birth, not without complications, but I did give birth to Alexander, who's now 10. And I'm so thankful to God for that. He was like what I call my breakthrough kid. He's my breakthrough kid. But when I looked back over that season in my life where I was trying for 7 years, and I, lost the twins. I miscarried identical twins, and this is a little testimony time, okay? And I lost the identical twins, and I miscarried, and I kept getting pregnant. Finally, after trying for 7 years, I finally conceived and then gave birth to Alexander. And I look back now, and I looked back shortly after I had Alexander, and stuck with me so much was a scripture that a wonderful man of God said to me and reminded me of. In everything, give thanks. For even though we're pressed and we're crushed, and we're not destroyed. And I wasn't destroyed, even though I could have been. I could have been destroyed in those seasons in my life, but I wasn't. But during that time, it was like I drew near to God like I'd never drawn near before, and I experienced His presence like never before. So I guess my encouragement today to you is that those really difficult situations is to honor God in a storm. And when you honor God in a storm, He'll honor you. And He honored me, and now I have 4 children. And you guys all know, most of you know my testimony, how I had 0 and now I have 4. But He honored my thanks. He honored it. And I felt His presence. There's in the scripture in Philippians where it says, in everything give thanks. Right after that it says, don't quench the Spirit. And one thing that I believe, our thanksgiving activates the presence of God. Our thanksgiving activates His Spirit. So I just want to encourage you. Many times, had I not gone through that season in my life, I wouldn't have drawn near to God. I wouldn't have experienced His presence like I experience it now because of that. And so, in a way, and it sounds crazy to say it, but in a way, I rejoice for that experience. I rejoice in that time where I was going through one of the hardest seasons in my life. I have others, but one of the hardest seasons in my life, and I never experienced God's presence or the reward of who He is until that moment in my life, until that season in my life. And that season created an altar of authority in my life because of the Thanksgiving. So I just want to say that, be thankful, continue to remain thankful, whether you abound or whether you have a season of a series of them like I did. Whatever season you're in, give thanks, because it's going to create an atmosphere of God's presence in your life that will always change you. So honor God in every season, and He will honor you. God bless you guys. I hope you're enjoying your Black Friday. Make it a great day.